So we're getting ready to take our first flight out of the box with the Eachine Wizard in complete stock format, guys. Everything's stock, antenna's stock, all the props are stock battery. I haven't done anything, configuration or anything. This is just straight out of the box. I went ahead and put the props on so you can see. So basically, the black nuts go onto the motors. You see that the one motor has a little indentation right there, and so does this back rear one. So that's where the black nuts go. They actually screw on counterclockwise, but the props spin clockwise. Now for the other ones, they get these silver screws, okay? They actually screw on clockwise, but the props spin counterclockwise. Same right there and right there. So I did go ahead and get my first mod, if you will. It is a low voltage detector, buzzer beeper thing. So we're gonna hook this thing up, get it set to the right voltage, and once this thing beeps, we'll know that it's time to land it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna hook your buzzer right here, and if you look on the back here, it'll tell you the different cells. So it goes all the way up to a 8 cell. So we're gonna hook right here to the bottom where it says 1 through 4. Okay, and then we're gonna set our voltage to whatever voltage. Once the batteries hit, it will go off. So I set this 3 cell 11.1 volt to go off at 3.5 volts per cell. So once all 3 cells get down to 3.5 volts, the buzzer will go off and I will know that it's time to land. That way we don't damage the battery. So let's go ahead and get outside and give this a flight. Alright guys, we're now outside. I went ahead and checked all the screws on the Wizard to make sure they were all tight, and I went ahead and installed these little landing foam pads here with a landing. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to fire this thing up. So go ahead and turn on the transmitter now. And this is completely stock, guys. Like I said, I'm going to fly this thing just like it came out of the box, okay? So we have that, and I hooked it up to the Betaflight configurator, and we're going to go ahead and plug in our battery here. It's going to give us our little chime. It's going to give us our little calibration, letting us know it's ready. I'm a little nervous, guys, because this is, like I said, this is completely out of the box, okay? I did hook it to Betaflight just to kind of see, you know, without the props on. I didn't put the props on when I hooked it to Betaflight. I went ahead and checked just to see what the transmitter was going to do, and it does arm by holding this altitude stick all the way to the right. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's a red light. No, you're not going to be able to see it. That shows it's armed. And you can see I push up just a little bit and the props are spinning. Now if I take this stick and go all the way left, it's disarmed. So now the stick's up, I got nothing. So I'm going to change that once I configure everything to actually, I'm going to configure it to a switch. So I'll be able to hit a switch to arm and disarm the copter. So basically, guys, none of these switches are active. This right here, your 3-position switch, it does nothing. This is locked, basically locked in angle mode. That's the only mode it comes with out of the box. I was able to find that out by looking at the Betaflight. So okay, enough of me talking here. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this thing up and see how steady it is. So we're going to arm the copter. Okay, we are armed. Here goes, guys. This is my first flight of the Wizard X220 out of the box, stock condition. And away we go. Oh, wow. Okay, so super fast. Super fast. This is angle mode right here. Sorry you're missing this. Let me get my camera fixed here. Got a little bit of drift, obviously, but it is super punchy. It definitely has some punch, and you can see there it's got a little bit of drift, but it is super punchy. I'm trying to get the camera so you can see this. It is super fast. This is angle mode. It's keeping its angle, okay? I don't know if you can see that. It's keeping its angle. And as you can see, this model here, guys, has the LEDs. The green are in the front and the red are in the back. So let me try to get a little closer here so you can see it. It's very, very twitchy. Very, very twitchy, but it is stable. I mean, it doesn't have any kind of GPS, so it's completely manual. So let's give it a little punch. Oh yeah, that's fast. Wow. Super fast, guys. This thing is incredible. It is really, really fast. We got a little bit of wind here, but this thing is, man, did you see that? And this is just angle mode. I mean, this thing can go way faster. So we'll do another little punch. Oh yeah, that thing is going. So it's kind of like flying the like a toy drone, where it has no GPS lock or nothing like that, but it is extremely fast. And I mean, look at the turn on that. I mean, it will almost bury itself in the ground. It turns that much. I mean, wow, that is a lot of turn right there. Did you see that? I mean, this thing will probably dive itself right into the ground in angle mode, so I can't even imagine acro mode. Wow. So far, it's pretty steady in angle mode. Basically, this mode will not allow the copter to do flips. So this will not flip. But however, it will turn very, very, very sharp. You can see that. Very sharp. And it's starting to drift a little bit now. It's actually pretty quiet in just a little angle mode here. And this is just my backyard. This is just a first little flight test to get the hang of how it feels out of the box. It's not bad. It's able to be flown out of the box. Wow, you can really see it there, huh? It's able to be flown out of the box, and it is very punchy. And it turns so quick. Wow. Super fast. Orientation's everything. But it's wow, it's incredibly fast. Just gotta be really careful flying this. I got a little bit of wind today, so let's give it a punch. Wow, I don't even know if you can see that, but it really punched. Oh, I'm getting a beep now. We're getting a beep, so that means we need to go ahead and land. Oh, the beeping stopped. So the more throttle you give it, the more it's going to deplete those cells. I think this one gets about a 4 to 5 minute flight time on the stock battery. But it is not beeping anymore. But the more you run it, obviously, the more it's gonna beep. So I'm just flying this completely line of sight here, guys. No goggles, nothing like that. Uh-oh, 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 oh shoot. All right, guys, so that was my first crash. I landed in a neighbor's yard. Thank gosh, everything's okay. No one was hurt or anything, but it did get away from me, and it will. This thing is incredibly fast. So let's pick it up again, and we're going to be extremely careful here. Just trying to get the feel of the orientation. This thing is really, really zippy, and I got a little bit of wind. So what happened, guys, is I lost my orientation, and when that happened, because I'm not flying FPV, you know, I went to take off, and I went the wrong way and ended up going to the neighbor's yard, and I wasn't able to correct it. So keep that in mind. Yeah, this is not a beginner quadcopter. This is intermediate level to advanced. This is a racing drone. It does not like to go slow. And if I was somewhere where I had a little bit more room, I'd punch it more. But this is just to get the hang of just kind of keeping it in a stable flight. It is super fast in angle mode. This is angle mode here. The LEDs are really bright. You can see just in the broad daylight, I can see the LEDs extremely bright. So I got a little bit of wind. It's messing with us. But this thing is so fast. Oh my gosh, I've got my work cut out for me. I have really got to learn how to fly this in some open environments, and some FPV is going to be really, really fun. But I just wanted to get a flight in real quick while I can, and just a beginner flight just to see how it behaves a little bit out of the box. So out of the box, it's really not bad, guys. I mean, it could be worse. I mean, it's holding pretty steady. So I'm assuming that the gyros, you know, are all calibrated. Wow. You see that right there, man? She really punches. When you send this thing up, you better have hold of it because it's going. But yeah, this thing is incredibly agile. I mean, out of the box, just a very little adjustment. Oh, I hear it beeping. It's beeping constant now. So let's go ahead and bring this in for a landing. Oh, stop beeping. Okay, so we're good now. Gave it a little bit of punch, and that's what caused the beeping there. So just, you know, keep that in mind. It's out of the box. It is agile out of the box, and it's very touchy. So a very little bit on the stick causes a lot. Let's see if we can go ahead and land this thing. Now, how good I'm going to be at this, I don't know. This thing is incredibly twitchy. There we go. I landed it. And we got a constant beep now, so let's take a look. This tells you the whole time. And always keep your controller out of your hand whenever you. Yep. See how it's flashing there, guys? It's saying all number 1, 3.5. So we are. That's it. That's the flight time for the stock battery. So not bad. Could be better, but you know, it's not bad. Might try a different C battery, but well, that's it, guys. That was my maiden flight in the stock Wizard. No modifications, no configurations. This is completely out of the box stock. And I have to say, I am impressed, and I was able to handle it and actually survive the crash. I don't see anything that I can see, anything that's tore up. I think it handled it just fine. A little bit of scratching underneath there, but it basically just went in the neighbor's yard, and I ended up just taking it down into the grass. So we saved it there. No hits or anything. But I definitely recommend, if you're gonna get this drone, get this low battery voltage buzzer. I think I paid like $3 or $4 for this thing, and it doesn't come with a low voltage buzzer, so you're not going to know when to land it before you damage the cell. So this is a good way to always know when you need to bring it down, you know, for a flight, so you don't damage your cell and discharge too low. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. We've got some exciting things coming up. I am going to be doing some modifications on the Wizard, and I'm going to show you the differences between that. We're also going to do some different configurations, and I'm going to flash the newest version of Betaflight, and we're going to see how that performs in that mode. Till then, E-Drone out.